Introducing Dr. Injectory Damages.
Welcome to the show. My name is Dr. Damages. We are coming to you from the greatest city in the world,
New York City.
Yes, New York City is so great that we are still here. Yeah, it's enough. We are still here. We have over 150,000 cases of coronavirus and more than 11,000 deaths. But we are still here. That is how you know a great city. Never give up and never go about taking things that do not belong to you. My friend, that was in Lagos, Nigeria now. Come on. Abba. Anyway, by the way, do you know anyone in New York City who has received Trump's check? Do you know anybody?
No.
No, nothing has come here. No. The one he personally signed his name on it. He wrote his name so that we remember when this November 3rd comes and it's time to vote for the next president of America. When you keep your check, you are not going to deposit the check. Oh, okay, you take a picture, a photocopy of the check. You look at the check and you look at the ballot box and say, this is the person to vote for. You know, that is if you take his new ultraviolet disinfectant medication. Watch him.
Right, and then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number.
Dr. Donald J. Trump, MD, PhD, Fellow, American Institute of Quack Doctors. This is a prestigious medical group. They won't let me, even me, they won't let me in. You know, I guess Trump is first giving the money, the check, to his constituencies, who gave him 97% of his votes in the last election. And not those who gave him 5%, like people like us in New York City. That must be why. That's why we haven't received the check. Listen.
I hope you have a copy of the election results. Naturally, constituencies, for example, that gave me 97%, cannot, in all honesty, be treated on some issues with constituencies that gave me 5%.
My friend, stop comparing Odala and Uboibo. They are not the same thing. One, you have to force its mouth to open before you can get what is inside. Anyway, by the time Trump finally sends the money to people like us, look at the headline. It said 20 weeks from today. You know, his fellow landlords will be knocking at the door, for their rent. That's what he's planned. Anyway, that is not what I'm here to talk about today. What I'm interested in today is how my people, the African people, are surviving coronavirus. Nothing more. Let me pause for South Africa's president to put on his face mask. No, I mean, if you're a billionaire and your face is big like that, watch him. Now. I want to thank all of you who are still watching, who are still with me. I know episode 419 made many of you to get angry and to quit. Let me tell you the truth. It was the fault of Sasha. No, I wanted to call that episode Celebrating the Beautiful Mind of Pastor Chris Oyakhilome. But the devil took over me. I mean, by devil, I mean Sasha. No. I feel so stupid not accepting the responsibility of accepting the responsibility. Sasha! Tweet that out. I feel that way, Now, frankly, what happened between me and the good people of Christ Embassy Church was similar to what happened in this church. Take a look.
A man told me one day, he said, I'm a good husband, there is none like me. I said, I don't understand. He said, hear me. Hear me. They know me in my compound. I don't play with my wife pants. I wash them myself.
Yes, the pastor wanted to know how many men in the church will wash the underwears of their wives. Here are their reactions.
Married, they don't know what they call marriage. When you enter, you go know what they call marriage. You can wash it, it would not cost me anything. So far you are controlled by God, not by your wife, but by spiritual power. When you are in love, you can wash your wife out.
Now, here is another reaction.
The brother that spoke just now, he was talking about love. It's not an everyday thing. But when a man begins to wash his wife's pants every day, that's bewitchment.
And then this one.
We are all just, we so concerned. This area,
Yes.
we look at women as a slave. That's a point of an average Urobo man. They call woman slave. It's supposed not to be so. The Bible says two shall become one. Beyond this, that woman is using to cover that place belongs to the man, isn't it? What is the problem if the man wash it? I do it myself. I do it. She's my wife.
You see, think about it. If there is light and water in this community in Warri, and they have washing machine at home, you know that this their little problem will have been over. If you want to wash any clothes, you put it in the washing machine in your home and do whatever you're doing. You know, it wouldn't be a problem. But because they don't have light and water, they don't have washing machine. You know what I mean? Now, it's the same thing with my little problem with Pastor Chris Oyakhilome and his our embassy church. It's now our embassy church because some people wrote me privately and invited me to come to the church. Now, I have some good news. Pastor Chris Oyakhilome's boys, they told me that the great man of God has decided to do something never done in the history of Africa. Oh yes. He is committing 1 out of 10 assets of the embassy, Christ Embassy's church, to building and funding Nigeria's first vaccine development center.
What?
Clap for the man. Yes. No more waiting for America or for China or for Europe or for this World Health Organization to bring vaccines to Africa. No more. Once the genetic code of a virus is published, Chris Oyakhilome's center will go to work producing our own vaccines. Amazing. You know what I mean? The same way they do it in India, in America, in Europe. So the case is closed. Chris and I, we have become smarter. You know, no more throwing stones at the sun. No more, nothing like that. We are buddies now. Now, you see, that way, you know, when we want to test our vaccines, you know, think about it. We can go to Benin Republic or Niger Republic or Liberia and do the test. You know what? If they complain, we tell them to go and make their own. No be so. Or maybe we should, in the case of Nigeria, we should just go to the National Assembly and test it on those big pot-bellied and bald-headed people. You know what I mean? Anyway, now on a serious matter of the death of President Muhammadu Buhari's Chief of Staff, Abba Kyari, we on this show wish to send our sincere condolences to the President Muhammadu Buhari and the family and friends of Abba Kyari. I know what you are thinking. I know what you're wondering. Have they taken out my gallbladder? Not yet. Not yet. The bitterness is still there. The point is that I'm beginning to look at life differently. You know? How is it that we all missed it? That Abba Kyari was not a cabal. He was just a messenger of the cabals. Here is how cabals talk. Look at the headline. Look at the headline. Did you see that? What did he say? Intellectually, Abba Kyari stood above all of Buhari's ministers and special advisors. says Mamandaura. Only a cabal can speak that way. You know, he could put it in another way. You know what? But who cares? What the heck? A cabal fears no one. Did you say, am I a cabal? Now, if you have to ask, my friend, you are not a cabal. Cabals, they don't ask. There's no doubt. Okay, here is another cabal. Look at him. Look at him. Did you see what he said? It is an insult to suggest me as Abba Kyari's replacement. Now, that is how a cabal talks. How dare you suggest him as a replacement? Asa Funtua. You see, truth be told, I need a new villain in Aso Rock. But first of all, I want you to see this artwork that I drew, connecting via marriage, work, school, friendship, Asa Funtua, Mamandaura, Buhari, and Abba Kyari. I did the connection. The line was zigzag everywhere. I'm telling you, all the people, it caught virtually everyone in Buhari's government. Like Geoffrey Onyama, the Minister for External Affairs. Oh yeah, he went to school with Abba Kyari. Like everybody was connected. It also caught outside Buhari's government people, like Femi Fani-Kayode. He was caught in the crossfire. What does that tell you? Is that how the world works? Is it the same everywhere in the world? What are we missing? Anyway, I'm still thinking about this. There's something going on we don't understand. We keep throwing stones, but these people behind the scene, they went to Cambridge, Oxford, they married the daughter to this one married the wife of this one. Things are happening. Anyway, before I run out of time, let me quickly acknowledge the great offensive against Boko Haram that our Chief of Army Staff is personally leading in Borno State. It's not easy. The man left his home in Abuja some weeks ago, leaving his family, his friends, his side chicks, and went to put a final stop to Boko Haram insurgency. He said he would not come back until Boko Haram was defeated. Look at the headline now. Am I the one making it? Look at the headline. Am I the one making it up? You see? Isn't that impressive? Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? Can you make such a sacrifice? Nonsense. Now, for those of you who missed the background, it became necessary for General Buratai to go to Borno State after Chad's president personally took his soldiers to the Lake Chad basin and flushed out Boko Haram fighters out of that country. He kicked them out. Look at the man. You don't answer general for mouth. You show it. Mind you, Nigeria's defense budget is more than the budget of the country of Chad. Yeah, 2-point-something billion. That's what we give our military. More than the budget of Chad. Meanwhile, the Chadian president went there and forced them out. Now, Chad even chased Boko Haram members back into Nigeria. Now, President Idris Deby said that he will stay there until Buhari or his top army general showed up to retake that part of Nigeria. Otherwise, he will put it as part of Chad. So Buratai had to go. Now, since Buratai went, we have been hearing good news. Are you not impressed? Good news. Here is one of them. Look at the headline. Look at the headline. Are you not impressed? We know, we know, we know, we know, we know, we don't, we know, we know, pata, we go win again, we know. I told you, when you leave a piece of poop on the street side, it smells. But if you cover it with sand, it stops smelling. And then I read the details. That is the kind of bad habit that I have. You know what I mean? I don't know when I formed it. It is not good for my health. Reading the details. That was when I found out that the proof the army had that saying that Boko Haram leader was ready to surrender was from his body language. Look at it now. Let me read that part for you. Speaking at a briefing in Abuja, attended by the leadership of DIACON, led by Major General Victor Ezeogun, the coordinator of the Directorate of Defense Media Operations. Hey! DDMO. You don't mess with those people. Major General John Eninche said, while there was no official contact with the terror leader, his body language showed that he was ready to surrender. Quote unquote. You know? What I mean. How do you measure the body language of someone you haven't set your eyes on for 9 years? You know what I mean? Well, someone you declared dead 3 times and he came back again and talked. You know? By the way, whatever happened to the body language of Muhammadu Buhari in 2015 that was supposed to wipe out corruption in Nigeria? Whatever happened to that body language? He was taking, something happened in London to the body language. Nonsense. Okay. So let me start again with good news, because that was what I wanted to do today. Good news. Let me start this good news section with Madagascar. Oh yes, I went all the way. You find out the reason why very soon. You know, I really wanted to start this show with some good news, solutions, not problems. You know, success stories, not depressing stories. I guess we can't force good things to happen in Africa. You can't force it. You know, is that there or not? Now, here is what I learned. Don't confuse movies with real life. Maybe it was because of the movie Madagascar. I was sure they were smarter there than people in the rest of African continent. So Madagascar's president announced that his country, with only 120 cases of coronavirus, had found a cure for coronavirus. I was excited. Clap for the man. The country of 27 million people has only 6 ventilators. So it is very important that they find their own cure. You know, I say, thank God. Finally, an African country not waiting for imported vaccine to make its own cure. Now, I was happy the so-called cure came from local trees. You know, not from imported chemicals like Hennessy, which the governor of Nairobi gave to the people of Nairobi as a cure for coronavirus. Why am I not from Nairobi? Why do I come from always the wrong country? Why do I have Trump here and Buhari there? I'm not from Nairobi where they give you Hennessy to cure your coronavirus. Anyway. So you can understand my grave disappointment when the World Health Organization, those party poopers, they came out to say that there was no proof of cure in what Madagascar's president launched. The man had a big launching of this cure. You know, I said, what? How could that be? I wanted the great president of Madagascar to publish his clinical trials and the results in an international journal for the world to see. You know what I mean? I almost started a GoFundMe for the man. I went and said, let me start a GoFundMe because he may have difficulties mailing the studies and everything, you know. It was then that I noticed that the man gave the plant-based tonic to less than 20 people in 3 weeks before he declared it a cure. I'm like, what? 19 people that we do not know whether they had coronavirus or not. That was how he arrived at his results. There was no control study. To his credit, he wanted to give it to all the school children in Madagascar to drink during lunch. I mean, why not? Why not? What could go wrong? Africa, Africa! Even his medical association, to his credit, he wanted to give it to all the school children in Madagascar to drink during lunch break. Oh, come on. Why not? What could go wrong? Africa. Hey, Africa, my Africa. Even his medical association in Madagascar expressed doubts on the efficacy of the cure. The association even said that the president's cure had the potential to damage people's health. I'm like, what? They said he will make people who do not need it to drink it and give a sense of invincibility to people who need it and stop them from taking precautions against coronavirus. I'm like, go and sit down, people. Go and sit down. Now, mind you, Madagascar's president is not an old 84-year-old retired soldier without university degree. No, he's 45-year-old Andre Renara Razore, who started a series of successful businesses at the age of 19 and dropped out of college. Now, if African presidents are coronaviruses, this guy in Madagascar will be a novel virus. Buhari is not novel. Buhari is a repeat offender virus. That kind of thing. You know? Now, before you accuse me of discriminating against Nigerian scientists who also found a vaccine, like this woman.
Asking you for money. Let everybody know that this is the cure for coronavirus and look for it. Let them search it. Let it go viral. Let everybody know. How are you going to use it? You will put inside the bowl. You wash it very well. You will.
In her own case, her vaccine works with a dose of Holy Spirit. Now, she's still trying to bottle Holy Spirit in a bottle so that you can take it home when you get her vaccine. But that's how her own works. And then there is this doctor who is also a pharmacist. Look at the man.
I am Dr. Benamodu, a fellow of Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, a fellow of alternative medicine. I own African Alternative Medicines Hospital, a 30-bedded hospital here in Abuja. And I'm a lead phytomedicine researcher.
You know, now, I didn't finish watching his video. I'm looking forward to reading his about his vaccine in the new Okija Journal of Medicine. It's a new journal that started coming out now. Who did this to us, Africa? Who did this to us? Anyway, please follow me on Instagram at Dr. Damages and on Twitter at Dr. Damages. I tell you, that is where it starts. Before you see it on YouTube, we talk about all the things we can't fit into a show. On Instagram, on what is that? On Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. Come and follow me. You know what I mean? That's where if you want to fight me, that's where you can come and fight me. Not on Facebook, I'm on YouTube. I'm a gentleman on YouTube. I'm a doctor, you know what I mean? But on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, Now, here's my concern for today. It's taken from page 419 of the book, a brand new book, How We Survive by Terry Mack. And it says, being strong is not an option for those who want to survive. It is a necessity. You have to be strong in times like this. Until next week, I'm Dr. Damages. I diagnose.
You heal yourself.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for staying with me all this while and all the things we went through last week and the week before. Thank you so much. And please subscribe. We are still not up to 30,000. Help me. 30,000. Please. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Hello. If you live in the UK or the US or in Canada or in Italy or in Ireland or Spain, and you send money to Nigeria or to Ghana or to Kenya or Tanzania or even Uganda, this is your lucky day. Download SendWave and use it to send money home. Join hundreds of thousands of others who are already using SendWave. SendWave is safe, secure, reliable, fast, and more importantly, it is free. Absolutely no fees. You know, for your first transaction, use the promo code DOCTOR and SendWave will add $5 or €5 or £5 to the money that you are sending home. Dash, just because you know me. Dr. Damages. What are you waiting for? Go and download it from your app store. Thank you.